Game turned on, it's weird.
Yeah,
hot.
You're welcome.
Gotta make you look like a... Can you swear?
Wait, I think you're doing it.
If you
Are you
swear, are
doing
they
it
gonna
good?
bleep me every time? So I can get a whole, like, I can just randomly just be like, and that right there is just a beep.
Bleeper.
You can just be like, it's gonna be fun, huh?
Ooh.
It's fine.
I'm gonna have so many all over your face. It's gonna be...
We're going to have to go back. You're going to have to think way back. And can you tell us about the first tattoo you ever did?
Okay, first tattoo I ever did, I was at a house party on mushrooms.
The first tattoo I ever did was on my roommate.
It was on my cousin. It was this this large woman. Let's put it that way.
Once I was about to tattoo this girl, and I was tattooing her like on her shoulder, on her back. I stopped for a second and she just looked at me and beat me.
What?
My arm. And I was tattooing her and she was like, and I was like, what the fucking hell are you doing? Are you hitting on me in that way while I'm tattooing you? Are you fucking crazy? I'm gonna stab you with this machine right now. Don't do that. And I just asked her like, what are you doing? Like, I might not be able to just finish this tattoo because you're acting like a prick, you know? Like, what are you doing? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, it's just I like you. And I was like, don't like me that way.
So this lady, she wanted her finger tattooed, right? And like, finger tattoos are complicated because it really depends on your skin texture. Sometimes, regardless, male, female, whatever, sometimes a girl has dad's hands and so that's the and so, you know, it's really hard to tell an older woman that you have man hands or you look like you've been working construction for the past 80 years, especially in front of friends. Come on, you know, and I have a job to do. So I just tried to really hard to be like, please move it. You know, it could look so much better literally anywhere. And she was just not having it. And I'm like, please, I'm telling you, you know, it costs this much money. It's gonna fade or disappear. Just put it somewhere else. And she said, no, if you can't do the job, just say you can't do the job and I won't get it. I'll get it with somebody else. I was like, fine, no problem. Money, let's do it. It was like tattooing a football. So I told her, you can have your touch-up and whatever, right? And she's like, if you don't give me my money back, then I'm gonna write you a bad review. And I was like, oh, well, bad review then.
Okay, I feel like me personally, you know, there's nothing that can shock me. I've seen everything, I've heard everything, but one time there was one thing that I was like, I don't even know what to say about this. Okay, for one, a lot of times people say, Jada Moon, I'm gonna need you to watch this porno. They had me watch, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, and don't go and watch it now if you haven't, but it's The Man with the Jar. Don't Google it.
I mean, we all know. I mean, we're all adults here. We know where he puts that jar.
Oh, he's gonna put that jar somewhere, and it was literally, it was mind-blowing to me. I was honestly, I was like shocked, and you know, I was like, well, I need to do this drawing and I want to feel like I'm fully like invoking myself and like really just encompassing the whole idea. So I've got to watch it to the end, but to be honest, I had to cut it short and I couldn't watch the entire thing.
Was there any climax?
He had no climax. This was literally like, I'm gonna tattoo the next day. I wasn't prepared. Nobody had ever told me about the man in the jar. And all of a sudden now there's this video in front of me and I'm watching it. And I'm like, and I'm like, whoa, like I turn it on, I'm like, whoa, this guy is gonna take this jar. The tattoo was on the woman's thigh.
So visible.
Very visible. Like I was like, and the woman said that the reason she wanted to get it It was the very first porn that she had ever seen. And so it was literally what directed her sexual drive for the future. And I was like, I don't think that was a porn.
There's a big assumption that I think women in this industry are into a certain type of thing because we do tattoos, which if you're into that, that's great. I'm not kink shaming, but they like the things that men will ask of us as women, like in this industry, are so far and beyond what some Instagram model might get. I don't want to step on your balls. I don't want you to step on anything of mine.
I'm not holding my.
I don't want to be tied up.
Like a roast beef sandwich.
No, I'm not doing that. But I feel like because we inflict pain or we receive it, that they think that we're into like kinky stuff, and maybe some people are.
But just not me.
Yeah, just not everybody. Yeah.
This blew my mind. It happened a few weeks ago. So I have an accountant. She's an older Spanish lady, and her and her assistant called me up. They booked appointments in advance, left a deposit. They're like, we're gonna come in and get tattooed. I was like, awesome. I get their designs ready. They show up for their appointment. I put the stencil on, I lay her in the chair, and then all of a sudden through the front door of the shop comes like 6 Spanish older women speaking just Spanish. I don't understand what's going on. They come in and kidnapped my client from the chair and took her out of the shop like if it was like a drug cartel hit. And like, it was just insane. And they just kept saying, Diablo, Diablo, like it was crazy.
Basically, I'm from a really small retirement town in Florida. And surprise, surprise, there's like a full-blown active cult there that's like, it's known. Like there's articles on it throughout time. They've been an active cult since like the 80s or 90s. But yeah, it's called the Kashi Ashram. I had a lot of friends who did volunteer there. People were like, yeah, when I went to volunteer there was like hella baby goats. And like, tie that into a report of a guy being like, I was woken up in the middle of the night by children like beating me with like metal and rocks and like socks or whatever. And then they said that he had upset the cult leader, so they had to purify him by dunking his head in like a vat of red paint. If you look into this, like definitely like trigger warning, there's like abuse and like a lot of sketchy shit that has been reported. I definitely think someone needs to look into it, because also the police in our town have been caught colluding and covering things up for the cult. So it's like, that's over. Like, there's no local justice or anything that's gonna get done. It's very, very bizarre. Like, it's like the most like mix match melting pot of all beliefs cult grift like there could be.
By far, my worst experience as a client was getting my neck tattooed. This neck tattoo. This guy, you know, I don't know, maybe I work different, but other people would agree, you should probably shut the f up while you're tattooing that spot. This guy was talking the entire time. I'm like, how are you doing a good job over here when you're chatting? You know what I mean? And this was before I am who I am today, so he didn't give a f about me, you know? Like, a few years later, this guy, now I'm everywhere. You can't escape me, I haunt your dreams, bitch. I hope you see this. Now I'm everywhere, and now he wants to go tell my little friends, oh, I messed up her tattoo. Oh, I just feel so bad, I messed up your tattoo. But he didn't say to me. And now that's it. That's it. You've become the worst person that's tattooed me. Congratulations, dude. You know who you are.
Big Texas Car Wash, corner of 5th and 9th, Camden, New Jersey. 9 other locations. Don't go to jail, kids.
No. I like,
Big Texas.
I'm gonna need you
corner of
tonight.
7th and Main. Come for the interview and stay for the raw sex appeal. This is the 9/11 question.
Okay, have you ever wanted to quit your job?
Every day, and I own 9 of the best car washes in southern Jersey. Can we plug that? Can we put that? There's not a 9/11 question. There's just a sex question.
Oh,
can you think about how much money I could open up a new car wash? Check your prostates, boys. It's not just for 50-year-olds.
We did last night.
Big Tex, they say you own 9 of the best car washes east of the Mississippi. I am in the wrong business. ExtremeRestraints.com.
They have to get
It's a
one of
subsidiary of Big Tex's Auto Wash. Tax evasion. Are we
Okay.
getting a 9/11 question? But yeah, children, if you're thinking about having them, don't have them. And if you're thinking about bringing them to a tattoo shop, don't do it. Take them to a car wash.
Okay,
Where
good.
were we on 9/11? That's like something that is.
We weren't ready. We weren't ready. Drugs, children.
Yeah.
That's what this will do to you.
Yeah,
Don't
car
do drugs.
washes, tax
Don't.
evasion,
Evasion.
and yeah, it wasn't. That was the worst.